Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today is your city administrator, Chad Brecklin. Chad, welcome back to the show and happy February.
Hello, Jeremy. How are you doing? It's hard to believe that we're almost halfway through February already.
It is pretty crazy. We're going to talk about some updates here in the city of Fitchburg. We talked a little bit about construction last time. We just want to keep you up on the loop of what's going on with that. We'll start with the Lacey Road project. Things are moving forward as far as that project goes.
Yeah, as your viewers may know, we have Lacey Road reconstruction project planned from Seminole Highway back towards Fitzroy Road to the west. That project was originally planned to be done last year, but due to several circumstances, ended up being delayed to 2023. The good news is so far that project is on schedule. The bids have been put out on that particular project. I think we anticipate responses coming back yet this month, and ideally those will be reasonably within our engineers' estimates on what the bids should be for that particular type of work. And the contracts will be awarded in March or early April at the latest. And then ideally we'll get some work going on that yet this spring, and ideally by the time school starts in the fall, all of that construction will be wrapped up. Yeah, that definitely is an area of growth for the city of Fitchburg. It's been identified in our comprehensive land use planning for quite some time. Obviously, we've got the Edgewood project that's been approved, and we anticipate perhaps as early as 2024 construction will begin on that particular project. And there's some other development that'll likely occur south of Lacey Road. So you are right. That is one of our rural roads that is becoming an urban road with its safety and engineering improvements through this reconstruction project. And we're looking forward to that. I know it can be hard to change some of these rural roads to lose their character of yore, so to speak, but from a safety perspective and to accommodate today's transportation needs and as well as our growth, these projects are necessary.
Well, and it's a major corridor. I mean, we've really got two major corridors that cut through the heart of Fitchburg, and Lacey Road is one of the two that definitely have that juncture. So we've you got to keep going and bringing those things up to date, and with again that safety in mind, I think definitely a plus altogether. And which leads me to the next project that is rolling along here. It's Cyan Road reconstruction. We're gonna see more construction on there, but more importantly, we have a public information meeting coming up here on Wednesday, March 8th. Tell us what we've got planned.
Yeah, so the meeting that's happening on Monday, March 8th is that informational meeting that you had mentioned. The next phase of this Cyan Road project is from approximately just north of East Sherrill Parkway to the north to McKee Road and the Cyan Road intersection, there, that kind of where the Cyan kind of curves off and becomes McCoy, and Cyan goes straight past the Capital City Trail up into the city of Madison. So that meeting will happen, I believe, at 6:30, March 8th at Fire Station number 3. I believe is there a Zoom option for that, Jeremy? I don't.
Yep, we are going to do both virtual if you want to speak virtually for this, and of course, broadcast on Fact TV.
Sure. And I know the design team has made a number of improvements through this, and much like we just talked about with Lacey Road, Cyan Road is another one of those roads that's experienced a notable increase in development around. I'm sure the traffic counts have increased because of the development, and that is a rural road that will be transformed into more of an urban thoroughfare to help, again, better accommodate those traffic volumes that it's seeing, and also to better mitigate potential for conflict and speed violations and those sorts of things. So,
Chad, your background, you came in as a police side of things a long time ago, but I think important when we're talking about any of these road construction projects, the modes of traffic have changed throughout the years too. So it might have been a heavy car use for years, but we are known for biking here in Fitchburg. We're known for walking. We're known for outdoor activities. So how does that play into these designs and future forward thinking when we're expanding and building roads?
Yeah, you're absolutely right that things have changed in over 20 years that I've been with the city. Between just the sheer population growth and the different types of uses we have in our land use these days, and then the different types of transportation, as you mentioned, there's biking, there's walking, there's obviously motor vehicles. There's points where people are crossing bike trails or crosswalks or other things to get to other amenities within the city's park system or bike trail system, for instance. And clearly the engineering folks that design these roads take all of these things into consideration as they're designing them. And of course, we can't possibly mitigate all future instances of conflict, speeding, crashes, whatever the case may be. But certainly we can try to take reasonable measures to again mitigate those to the best extent that we can. And one of the challenges that comes up with both either the Scion Road project or the Lacey Road project are two really good examples of this. Is these are 25 or 30-year projects. And the things that we do now to those are things that we really have to take a forward look at and say, let's set this road up for the best success that it can possibly have 10, 20, 30 years from now, because we're not going to be coming back to redesign this road or reconstruct this road for that length of time. So from a staff perspective, we really have to take the long view on what the design of these roads should look like to meet current needs, but also again to set it up for being successful in the future as best we can.
Yeah, I love listening to the presentations on these things and hearing whether it's consultants or from our engineering internally of future use, which is such a hard thing to predict because nobody has the crystal ball to predict exactly how these things are going to play out. But they happen. And I also love watching Plan Commission and seeing the different developments and their importance of green space, of walkability, connection to the local market, whatever the case may be. It's all built in there. So I mean, we talk about it lightly on some occasion here, but ultimately there's a bigger plan out there, a bigger idea that's always coming together. So it's appreciated what's happening behind the scenes.
Well, and if you sit in some of the meetings that I sit in that touch so many different areas of city operations and where we're heading, it's amazing how many things are interrelated and tied together. That's not something that a lot of folks have the opportunity to see. So I'm lucky in that regard, I guess.
Final topic here, because we're running short on time. I do want to get to the OpenGov software. It was a big project last year brought forth to help bring some of our services into the 21st century, if you will, of the digital age.
Yeah, this was one of the initiatives that was pursued with our original ARPA TID closure investment plan last year. And OpenGov is a software platform that does allow our citizens and other city service users to really better interact with some of the processes that we have here at City Hall. Think pet licensing, alcohol licensing, building permits, plan commission, architectural design review. I mean, we've done a bit of a dive into this, and we know that this platform could potentially assist us in becoming more efficient and better able to interact with our public on some of these processes in over 35 different instances of city permits, licenses, or other processes that a public member of our public may want to interact with us on and or need to obtain. We have been starting the rollout. Rob in our IT department has been working very diligently behind the scenes with city staff. We rolled out pet licensing in early January, and in talking with our city clerk, that has gone quite well, very well received by our residents for the most part, and also by staff, due to the fact that it just creates a whole lot more efficiencies for staff and allows them to focus their very valuable and limited time on other things. And then just 2 weeks ago, right around February 1st, we rolled out live with building permits. And that's a bit more of a work in progress right now. It is going well overall, but there's a few things that are going on behind the scenes at our IT department and our building inspection department, and others who may have an interest in that particular process are working to tweak behind the scenes on how that all functions. But overall, this OpenGov platform, we're very excited that the council was supportive of our recommendation to move in this direction. And it really helps us to serve our community better. It allows our staff to better utilize their available time and resources, and really positions us much better as the city of nearly 35,000 that we are, and where we're headed.
We're excited about it. Be patient with us, and of course, we're always going to make it better, right? That's what we do.
And we always love to hear feedback. If folks had a good, bad, or indifferent experience on something, whether it's an OpenGov platform application or whether it's something else in the city.
We work for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Chad, thank you so much for your time as always. Appreciate it. We'll check back in with you the month of March.
Sounds good. Enjoy your day, Jeremy.